Breaking news! A YouTuber that you grew up watching is actually a terrible person. Oh, really? Another one? Aren't you shocked and horrified? You're supposed to be shocked and horrified. It's right here in the script. I kind of stopped being shocked and horrified when YouTuber apologies started coming out more often than Fast and Furious sequels. Well, this YouTuber was accused of inappropriate interactions with children, and she responded by pulling out her ukulele and singing, quote, "I'm not a groomer, just a loser."
She did what?
Damn. Here we go again.
If you have access to the internet, you might be aware that a small YouTuber posted a very unpopular music video last week, and a couple people are talking about it.
This right here is a great lesson on how if you're a
Colleen Ballinger, best known for her viral comedic persona Miranda Sings, is currently experiencing what seems to be the rapid and catastrophic death of her career as allegations of grooming underage fans and other problematic behaviors have recently resurfaced. Some of these allegations were originally presented by a creator named Adam McIntyre, who in a video posted 3 years ago described their concerning relationship with Colleen Ballinger when they were still a minor. This video was dogpiled by Colleen's fans, and there wasn't really any substantial support for Adam's story until this past month, when more and more people started coming forward to corroborate the claims. As screenshots of inappropriate messages and disturbing testimonies from former fans began circulating, Colleen Ballinger maintained radio silence, that is, until June 29th. In a video simply titled "Hi," vague and in lowercase, so we all know it's serious, Colleen made a bizarre and unsettling response to the accusations against her that is sure to go down in internet history as one of the worst YouTuber apologies of all time.
I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song about it.
Now that everybody with a microphone and a YouTube account has already talked about it and raked in that sweet, sweet ad rev, it's now my turn to comb the desecrated battlefield of Colleen's reputation like a sinewy old buzzard to bring you guys the juiciest, maggot-filled morsels. Just a warning, we're gonna be digging into some pretty nasty stuff here, but if you have the stomach for it, please join me as I suffer through Colleen's apology. Oh, okay, so we're not getting any kind of verbal appetizer here. We're just getting right into this one-woman martyrdom musical, and starting with a G string, a G chord.
So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you. Right? You guys having fun?
While we can all sit around and joke about how this is the worst YouTuber apology ever, let's be clear, this is not an apology. Colleen begins her response by accusing the viewer of taking voyeuristic pleasure in her downfall and spreading lies about her. An apology doesn't start with an accusation.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
When I tell you guys that this stupid chorus has been stuck in my head all week for 7 days, burrowing in my skull. I caught myself singing it while doing the dishes yesterday. I am in too deep. Somebody help me.
These rumors look like facts if you don't mind the gaps. I won't survive in the crash, but hey, at least you're having fun.
Despite her impressive singing skills, this video really shows how socially tone-deaf Colleen is. Some of the allegations against her are incredibly serious, borderline criminal offenses, but she's acting like somebody on Twitter is just mad that she used a plastic straw or something. Even if every allegation is a lie, the behavior she's on social media trial for deserves a legitimate response. What's frustrating is I actually think that Colleen's description of the toxic gossip train is pretty accurate. If a person under the watchful public eye commits even the smallest of indiscretions, all it takes is for faceless user 3487_8 to sound the alarm, and thousands of people will jump on the hate bandwagon claiming that so-and-so always gave them a bad feeling. There's no room for growth or change, and yeah, it sucks. But that's not what's happening here. These are individuals realizing that an adult they trusted acted inappropriately towards them for years when they were children, taking advantage of the massive power imbalance between adult celebrity and child fan. And now that they've grown up, they're coming forward with an overwhelming amount of evidence.
And she goes, "You have to come backstage and hang." Now, this was another one of her ploys, that she would ask me to do things for her, and this was one of the rewards.
This isn't cancellation, this is just good old-fashioned consequences.
I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
Man, boo. Tomato, tomato, tomato.
Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Get out of here with that Looney Tunes cartoon cow over the blue moon going straight to jail soon corny bullshit. This isn't a fucking Steven Universe episode, Colleen. You asked a minor for ass pics. I can just imagine her PR manager seeing this post pop up in their notifications and cycling through the 5 stages of grief like a goddamn washing machine. Whoa, guys, what is this? We told her not to say anything. Oh my god. Where'd the ukulele come from? Oh my, no.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
Colleen, come here, girl. Trying to be besties with minors when you're an adult is creepy. You weren't just messaging fans. You had a select group of children that you handpicked from your worshipful audience, and you put them in a group chat called Colleenie's Weenies. Statistically, there are children watching this. If you are a child watching my video, let me make something very clear for you. Perk up your little ears. Let's use our listening ears, okay? Listen up. If I or any other YouTuber, hey, listen up, listen to me. If I or any other YouTuber start messaging you and making you feel special and telling you that we're best of buds, you block us, and you block us fast. Oh, also, by the way, you've probably already guessed this, but no, this wasn't happening just years and years ago. That's what we call in the industry a lie.
It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, ugh.
Oh, what an unfortunate choice of metaphor, considering that Miranda Sings' whole character lore is that she's being constantly and viciously molested by her uncle.
To be really quiet because my uncle is sleeping right next to me. My first kiss was really, really wonderful. It was with my uncle. I'm in Germany, and I just want to eat some apple strudels. And my uncle keeps making me eat wieners.
Yeah, I have pink eye. I am really unhappy about it. It really hurts, and I'm pretty sure I got it from my uncle.
Sorry.
Well, that's all right. I landed on my buns. I like them extra sticky. Guys, I just think you need to be careful talking like that.
What am I supposed to do? This is pretty much the only place in town where I'm still allowed to loiter.
So, tell us again how you're just a harmless, weird ant. Just, can you speak a little bit closer to the potted plant, please?
I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
To claim that everyone who has spoken out about this situation is involved purely for their own entertainment and not out of concern for the victims is absolutely redonkulous levels of self-centered delusion. Are there some people who are just jumping into this virtual mosh pit of finger pointing for fun? Yeah, but there are also real people who have been really hurt by your actions, and some of us have this rare trait. I don't mean to brag. It's called basic human empathy.
You know, we should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay.
Everyone is understandably shocked at how awful and self-pitying this video is, but I think I have an explanation for what's going on here. We know that Colleen is capable of making a professional and diplomatic apology without a ukulele because she already made one 3 years ago. In this apology video, she addresses accusations of racism.
And in this video, we are doing characters that are Latina, and the characters are completely based on racial stereotypes. It is not funny, and it is completely hurtful.
Explain the context of mailing lingerie to a minor.
I was giving away clothes that were unused, tagged still on, brand new, that I had just bought but I did not want. And eventually he tweeted me asking me for them again. I sent them to him. He put them on over his clothes and posted about them. It was like a big joke within the fandom.
Hand-waved her inappropriate interactions with fans.
My fans are many different ages, so yes, there are some teenagers, but there's also adults. I definitely overshare, and I have definitely overshared with fans.
And convincingly deflected responsibility for her treatment of Adam McIntyre, leading to their video getting flooded with dislikes. Colleen is singing passive-aggressive nonsense instead of saying sorry because she clearly believes that the conveniently ambiguous apology written for her by her PR team in 2020 was enough, and now she's pissed that this band-aid solution isn't holding up anymore.
Whatever.
I thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
You bet your red britches I am.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back.
Guys, why are you being so mean to me? I'm so tiny. Look how tiny I am. I'm so skinny and tiny.
I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
By make up for clout, do you mean extensively documented by hundreds of people? By made up for clout, do you mean an entire subreddit filled with screenshots and videos and audio recordings of you doing the things you're being accused of doing?
I also wanted to take a minute to talk about that girl Miranda sings. You know the one. Yeah, her. She's PG-13. It says that on my website, and it's always been that way. And that's why you won't find my videos on the YouTube Kids app. I've always relied on parents to decide if they're comfortable with their families watching my YouTube videos or coming to my live shows.
All right. Let's talk about this. I think it is truly unfair when YouTubers are attacked for having strong language and suggestive content in their videos by parents. I'm a content creator with a bit of a filthy mouth, so I mark all my videos as not made for kids. I don't have any obligation beyond that. But it's ridiculous for Colleen to pretend that her Miranda Sings persona was not designed with younger audiences in mind.
What? Are you kidding me? That's not true.
Her live shows are overwhelmingly made up of children, and the shows are advertised as family friendly. Her Netflix show is listed as TV PG, and she was just nominated this year for the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. She is the owner of a massive brand. There is no way that she is unaware of the demographics of her viewers. She tried to have her cake and eat it too, target a vulnerable, lucrative age bracket while still being as gross as she wanted to be.
Oh, he's cute. He could be my next babe. Oh, you sound just like me. You sound really good.
She's an adult woman pretending to be a teenager, interacting with actual teenagers. Do you see where things get a little funky?
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
Guess what, Colleen? You can be both. This is something I think is really important to clarify because I keep seeing people online playing pedantic with the definition of grooming, and Colleen is taking advantage of that. Grooming doesn't always have the end goal of getting a child into bed with you. An adult may groom a child to manipulate them, exploit them, or abuse them. Colleen used her underage fans as therapists to dump problems from her marriage on, as unpaid interns to provide free creative labor, and also use them as little flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz to harass people like Adam McIntyre into silence. Who cares what her intentions were? She sent sexual messages and images to minors, full stop, end of story.
I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
Ah yes, the harmless fart joke. Isn't it crazy? These people are trying to cancel me over a fart joke? Look at how unreasonable my accusers are. It's almost like I'm leaving out crucial context or something. Many of the people that have reacted to this video were super confused by this line and didn't know what she was referring to, but I do, and surprise, surprise, it wasn't just a little fart joke. The fart joke situation mentioned by Colleen involved a 16-year-old being called up during one of her live shows hoping to be a part of Miranda Sings' bit. Yikes, I need to provide so much context for that sentence, and no, the context doesn't really make it any less weird. To understand this segment of the show, you need to know that the Miranda Sings character is supposed to be an extreme satirization of an abused, sheltered, homeschooled Christian girl. The Miranda character refers to any type of clothing that exposes more skin than her frumpy sweatpants and sweaters as a person called up for the bit would be degraded by Miranda for dressing provocatively, which could potentially be pretty funny if the person called up isn't a child.
All it takes is a little breeze and I'll see all the bits.
A girl named Becky, who was 16 years old at the time and has since shared her story on TikTok, had worn a very short romper to the show, specifically so she would be called up for this segment. An adult has created an environment where minors are incentivized to expose their body for attention. That seems a little bit weird. Unfortunately for Becky, she was called up for the yoga challenge instead, and after being instructed to lay on the stage, Colleen forced her legs apart as far as they would go, exposing her to the entire audience while playing fart noises in the background.
I was laying under Colleen and she was smirking down at me while thousands of people were laughing, and I was terrified that my body wasn't covered enough.
Becky recounts that a number of the adult male audience members that just got an opportunity to ogle her underage body behaved predatorially towards her after the show, making her feel unsafe to walk back to her car. So yeah, Colleen, just a silly little fart joke that left a child feeling violated and terrified. That's all.
Even though I know this video won't change anyone's mind about me, I still felt it was important to come on here and defend myself a little and take accountability.
Wait, hold on. When did you take accountability? Do you have a timestamp for when you took accountability? Because all I have here is denial of evidence, attacking your accusers, and making yourself out to be the victim. That's weird. That sounds almost exactly like Darvo. You know, the manipulation tactics observed by psychologists when an abuser is called out for their behavior. That must just be coincidence, though.
I never had any bad intentions. But I do feel like shit.
Hey guys, I know I sold your toddler on the black market, and then I pushed your grandma down the stairs, and then I lit your Christmas tree on fire, but I never had any bad intentions.
Toxic gossip train, you're jogging down the tracks of misinformation. Actually, you know,
Oh, not the fake out. Please, not the carefully rehearsed fake out to introduce the pre-written key change. This is theater kid syndrome gone terminal.
Sometimes people can make a mistake, and you don't have to take that mistake, oh no, and twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and pulverize it and stab it with knives and ruin a life and oh no.
The crazy thing is, I have seen so many people saying that they had no idea who Colleen Ballinger was or who Miranda Sings was until Colleen posted this video. In just 10 short minutes, this batshit insane song has probably overshadowed everything that Colleen has done in her internet career of over a decade. Had she just kept her mouth shut, this toxic gossip train would have probably chugged along to a different manipulation station. If anyone is ruining Colleen's life over past mistakes, it's Colleen.
Sometimes people make mistakes simply because they made a mistake. A mistake doesn't make them a terrible human. It just makes them a human.
Yeah, guys, I'm only human. Don't pretend you've never created an internet empire fed by the viewership of children by playing a character that openly joked about sexual topics while secretly trauma dumping about your divorce to a select group of teenage fans who you sicked on a 16-year-old who outed you for being a gaslighting weirdo, the same teenage fans you allegedly distributed explicit images to, degrading an OnlyFans creator you later would collaborate with and pretend to be a body positivity activist. You know, just normal human things.
What do I know? F me, right?
You know what? Yeah. F you. Nice try making yourself the victim, though. The allegations against Colleen seem endless. I haven't even touched the claims that she was apparently super racist on the set of Netflix's Haters Back Off, or the amount of times this woman has joked about on Twitter, which would make a Reddit incel blush. Overall, her apology video was just incredibly immature, and it's not surprising that Colleen got inappropriately close to underage fans, considering that this grown woman in her 30s seems to have the same mindset as a high school bully. Colleen is not the first YouTuber, nor will she be the last to develop inappropriate relationships with young fans. Getting quirky with minors seems to be pretty par for the course when it comes to influencers these days. I think this situation is just a great reminder that YouTubers are not your friends, and they shouldn't be your friends. Any relationship that a fan has with a content creator is gonna have this built-in power imbalance that makes a healthy friendship pretty much impossible. And this goes for me too. I love you guys. You guys have changed my life, and I'm so humbled by your support. But the moment I turn off that camera, you don't know what I'm doing. I could be punting infants and microwaving kids. You don't know! It doesn't seem like Colleen is gonna be changing her mind anytime soon, but you know what? I was a theater kid once. Maybe I can put this in a language that she would understand with my out-of-tune ukulele. The toxic gossip train is just holding you accountable for your decisions. You've only yourself to blame for evidence that you abused your position. The toxic gossip train would have chugged along the tracks if you hadn't been an ass. These aren't rumors, these are facts, but please explain the gaps. You lied about the past, but hey, at least we had some fun. Right?